Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, where you can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Fox Instinct off-road boot. Now, if we look at the Fox Instinct boot, this is a completely new boot from the ground up. And I have both of them in front of me because I want to show the asymmetry before we go on and break down the boot front to back. Looking at it, you can see the left has a nice big TPU shift interface pad here on the left, and your right side is going to be different. It's still going to be protective, but it's a slightly different style. I wanted to show that before we move into the actual boot itself. Now, if we look at it, you're looking at a pro-level boot. This is something that's going to be the big brother of the F3R, but there's really no comparison. This is the first time Fox has released a product, or a boot rather, that's really this technical. Currently, you're seeing Chad Reed wear this at the pro level. You know, this boot, this Instinct, was developed over a 3-year span with Chad Reed, with a handful of other riders, as well as the fastest test rider, Ricky Carmichael. So the first thing you're going to notice is the first Fox boot that has a hinge on it. We have a hinge that allows range of motion. It allows you to have a boot that doesn't need a lot of break-in time. But the nice part here is that we also have this stop built into the back. So what it's going to do is give you that stop that's going to allow you to hopefully limit the ability to hyperextend your ankle. Also, looking at main leather construction, we have a lot of TPU and protective elements built into this boot. It's also a completely redesigned new style sole. So the sole is using a new material called DuraTack, and it's one of the standout features here. It's very durable and it's very tacky. So that's how that was explained to us, is that it's a new compound developed to last a long time and provide a great interface with your pegs on your bike and different areas on the bike. So as we notice, as you move up the boot, you have it on the interior or the medial side along the heel, along the malleolus bone, along the hinge here, and then as we go up the inside, the heat guard here, where you normally see suede provide a good grip and a good interface. Now they've completely gone with DuraTack, which is rubberized material that's going to hold up and give you superior interface with your bike. Now that said, it's completely flanked here by a harder, more durable TPU material for protection. You have that TPU that wraps down here along the ankle. We have it along the rest of the areas of the compound sole that aren't the black rubber, the DuraTack. Moving here to the lateral side, you're going to have this big TPU panel, shin protection guard, seated on top of the leather panel that would wrap its way across. Notice also that we have a new style buckle here from Fox. These are cast aluminum buckles. There are two real advantages to this buckle. The first is that they're done in a way that it's almost a ball and socket joint, as you can see, to where they've developed this buckle to be easier on, easier off, easier operations as you get this boot grungy, dirty throughout the day. Also, the way that it seats there's 16 degrees of motion, or what they would call float, with this buckle. So as the boot is going through its paces, as you're really pushing it and working it hard, these buckles, these ball and socket joints, actually will stay in place. It's a friction close, but they'll have a little bit of range of motion. So it will actually work in conjunction with the boot versus potentially adding a stopping point or adding something that might create a pressure point in different areas. Notice as we pull these guys on and off, they're very easy to operate. This is the white and red. This is one of the limited edition release colors here for the new Instinct. As we open it up, you're going to see this gaiter here. It's made of leather. And as we move to the guts of this boot, wicking material all the way down into the heel area. So similar materials we've seen from Fox. One other key point is the comfort factor. So what they've done is it's a multi-density, multi-layer insole. It's really tried to be, it still has a mid shank that's going to be steel to give you that support and allow you to have some flex here towards the front of the foot. But what they've done is, again, created a boot that doesn't need you to ride it in a few motos to break it in. So between the outer shell having the hinge, which adds in protection and adds in flex, you now have a more, athletic shoe style insert or base sole to this, or interior sole to the Instinct itself. So what it's going to be is it's going to be more comfortable, allow for less break-in, and again, interior and exteriorly, you're going to have a much easier time putting this boot on for the first time, going out and riding it and having it protect you, perform, but not really be focusing on it, because it's just going to be comfortable out of the box. As we rotate around to the back, you're going to see a lot of features that we've seen in years past. Again, you have the big area of ankle encapsulation. We have tongue and groove here in the back, which is new, allows for the range of motion. We talked about the DuraTack here on the inside, and you can see where it connects here with the straps that are going to allow you to tighten the boot down. Multiple types of material here for support and function. And again, even with this DuraTack sole, it's meant to hold up a little better now that we know guys are sharpening their foot pegs even further. But if you do wear it out, you can always send it back to Fox, and there is the ability to replace these soles, if you want to hold on to the boot. Anytime you see a high-end boot like this that's going to have a lot of replaceable parts, it really allows you to beat the heck out of it over time, but not have to go out and buy new boots, because you can replace certain elements as you wear through them. So at a first glance, big step, but remember this is the pro level boot. It's in a completely new category than what we've seen previously from Fox. Whether you're riding in it currently or seeing it for the first time, let us know your feedback on our YouTube page at RevZilla TV, which you can always subscribe to, as well as on our Facebook page. If you have any questions about the pro level boot lineup we offer at RevZilla.com or the Instinct specifically, shoot us a line, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. As always, it's shipped for free, exchange for free, no restock fee if you need to send it back to us. Remember, you need to send it back to us in brand new resellable condition, and you can earn RevZilla cash on all orders over $100 to be applied to your next order. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the new Fox Instinct Pro Level Race Boot, available at RevZilla.com/Fox. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.